Everyone thought Bernie Sanders would spend his entire life alone. No wife. No family. No personal happiness. At an age when most men were already fathers, Bernie Sanders was still sleeping on friends' couches, unsure if anyone would ever truly stay in his life. For years, politics consumed him. He wasn't chasing money, fame, or comfort. He was chasing ideas. Big ideas that no one wanted to hear. While others were building families, Bernie was building arguments against injustice. And that choice came with a heavy personal price. Bernie's first marriage ended quietly, painfully, and without headlines. It wasn't scandal or betrayal. It was distance. Long nights. Endless political battles. A man so focused on changing the world that he forgot how to hold on to love. The divorce left him emotionally broken and financially struggling. Many close to him believed that chapter had closed forever. As time passed, Bernie grew older, grayer, and more isolated. He lived simply, almost anonymously. He wasn't the kind of man who attended elite dinners or social gatherings. He wasn't charming in the traditional sense. He was intense, stubborn, and deeply serious. Love, it seemed, had no space in his life. Then, unexpectedly, Jane O'Mara entered his world. Jane didn't fall in love with a powerful politician. Bernie wasn't powerful then. He wasn't even respected. Jane fell in love with a man who believed sometimes too much, sometimes too hard. A man who talked about justice at the dinner table and fairness late into the night. A man who had already been disappointed by life, but hadn't stopped caring. Bernie married Jane later than most men ever do. By then, society had already labeled him. Too old. Too radical. Too set in his ways. But for Bernie, this marriage wasn't about fixing loneliness. It was about finally being understood. Their relationship wasn't easy. Jane would later face public criticism and investigations that brought enormous stress into their personal lives. Bernie stood by her without hesitation. No blame. No excuses. Just loyalty. For a man who spent his life attacking systems of power, his deepest strength showed up at home. Late marriage didn't soften Bernie Sanders. It grounded him. Behind the loud speeches and angry debates was a man who had waited most of his life to find emotional stability. Someone who learned love not through romance, but through patience, sacrifice, and shared belief. Bernie Sanders didn't marry late because he didn't want love. He married late because love found him after the struggle.
Whose inspiring story of politician would you like to hear next? Tell us in the comments below.